Hello, friends. Happy Easter to those of you who are celebrating. I am having a lovely, slow Sunday, a lovely self-care Sunday. So I'm coming to you with wet hair and a face resting free from makeup, and it feels so good. I hope that everyone's having a good day too and taking some time for self-care for themselves as well. So let's talk about today's assignment. I see some of you posting, which is so wonderful. I've been so enjoying talking to all of you. And today's is list 5 things that you don't like about yourself, and then see if you can turn them into strengths or positives, right? So I bet listing 5 things we're not thrilled with about ourselves is not too difficult, but it's that second part that can be a little bit harder. So I want you to really dig in and see, even if you can't necessarily turn it into a positive, can you turn it into a neutral? Can you see if something's true all the time? So let's, one of my things is my comfort eating, that I eat when I'm stressed or when that's how I self-soothe, and it hasn't served my health as well as it could. So I could really get down and dirty and hurty on myself there, right? There's a lot that I could dig into that to make it even more negative. But I'm going to use this as an example of trying to neutralize some of these negative thoughts, even if we can't see them as super positive. So, something neutral about comforting myself with food might be that I'm taking care of myself the best I can in the moment. When we're super upset, it's not always easy to take care of ourselves in the healthiest way. Sometimes we need to soothe ourselves and calm down and then move on. And so that kind of neutralizes that. It's not that I was doing it to be purposely hurtful to myself, but that I was taking care of myself in the best way I could in the moment. So that's a good way to neutralize it. I think I talked in my first video about my wide feet and, neutralizing that, or actually making that into a positive, is the stability that they've given me, the strength that they've had to carry me through so many different exciting moments and not so exciting moments. So really look and see, can I neutralize this statement? Can I make it a positive? And if the answer is no, I would like you to go another step further and say, is this statement always true? And so, we'll go back to my initial comfort eating statement. Is it always true that I eat to comfort myself or to soothe myself? And no, I don't always do that. It is sometimes. I'm working on it and it's getting better. And so by looking at it that way and seeing, okay, this isn't a behavior that happens every moment of every day, or even every moment that it could be triggered, that helps me, be a little bit less hard on myself. So think about that. Let me see if I can think of another example for you. I know a lot of people have a lot of feelings around money. So let's say one of your thoughts or one of the things you don't like about yourself is that you think that you're bad with money. Well, examine that. Is that always true? Do you always make terrible decisions with money and you just throw it around willy-nilly? Probably not. You probably don't just set fire to your cash, right? And so sometimes we make decisions around money that later don't seem as smart. But we can neutralize them and we can even see them as a positive. So maybe you've gotten into debt, and regardless of what that debt is about, whether it's student debt, maybe it's a mortgage, maybe it's just credit card debt because you spent more than you were making at the time, and that happens. See if you can be compassionate with yourself around that. So that's what a lot of today is really about. It's about being honest with about the things that we want to work on, but seeing them with compassion. And think about, would I say this to a friend who came to me with this problem, to my child, to another loved one? What would I say back to them? Probably something along the lines of, it's going to be okay. We'll figure this out. You're still a good person. So do those things for yourself. Go back, if you made this list of 5 things that you don't like about yourself, go back, look at them, and see them through the lens of compassion. So, is it always true? Can you make it a neutral statement? From there, can you make it a positive statement? Can you see it as a strength? Let's say that you said, I'm really stubborn. There's my dryer, it's done. Maybe your stubbornness, you don't always see it as positive. Well, you can look at that and turn it around into a strength and be like, I am confident in my convictions and my principles. Or you can see it as determination to get to your goals and your refusal to accept that something isn't possible. Maybe you just keep going. So really look at the list that you made and try to see it through the lens of compassion. So I'll repeat it again. Be compassionate with yourself. It is okay. We are all human and we all have many, many things that we could work on, right? And we all make lots of freaking mistakes. It's part of the human condition. So, be compassionate. Is it always true? Can you neutralize it? Can you see it as a strength? And I'd really love to know how that feels to look at some of these things, because I bet the things that came to mind first are the ones we beat ourselves up about the most, right? So take a look at these 5 things that you listed. And really, how does it feel to look at them differently, to look at them as potential positives about you? So if you need help with this, let me know. If this is a struggle, that's okay. It's day 4. It's a practice. It's going to be a practice all along, right? So go ahead and dig in, see how it feels, and let me know. I'm here for you. Have a great Sunday, everybody.